Hi everyone, I just wanted to say thank you very much for stopping by and visiting my channel. I really appreciate it. Today I'm going to be doing a flower pour which has been inspired by Fiona art. I'm always in awe of her beautiful creations, so I thought I'd have a go and see how mine turns out. Before I begin, I just wanted to say, if you're liking the content, please definitely like, subscribe, and even comment. I enjoy meeting the people who are following me. And also, if there's anything more that you would, like me to share, or please definitely, let me know in the comments below. And also stick around till the end because I have got a bit of a surprise, but rather than chat about it now, I'll chat about it then. Let's just get into the pour. So I've covered my board. I'm working with an MDF board today. I've just covered it in a black paint, which I've made this a thicker consistency because working on the logic that I want my paints to sit on top, so my thinner paints will sit on top of this. This is the cup that I'm using. It's actually off a Coke bottle. I've cut it off a Coke bottle. I'm hoping that I've got that as centered as possible. Making sure that looks as centered as possible. And the colors I'm working with today, I've got a blue. It's really nice sort of, and this has actually turned out a bit thinner than I expected, so I'm not sure how it's going to work. And I'm going to be putting a white between each cup. I hope I've mixed up enough white. And then a magenta and a yellow. I suppose let's just get started and see what happens. So one thing I noticed when I watched Fiona, she makes sure that her colors go all the way down to the bottom. It's one thing I did notice. Kind of get a bit of an even spread, I guess. So I'm sort of keeping these fairly even, I hope. And then the white just sat at the top. Sort of a bit like that. So I also hope I've mixed up enough paint. I've worked on a bit of a 1 to 3.5, 4 ratio. That shouldn't have happened. I think I need to be careful about drips. Maybe I'm being a bit conservative about how much paint I'm sending down. White. I really struggled to get this white to mix nicely today. And now the yellow. Back to white. I can see that the white's not as nice as it is a little bit thick. Need some white. Again, just in that sort of star shape. Now we're going to go with the pink. And I'm going to try and get this to dribble all the way down my cup. So I thought what I would do is just speed up this part of the recording because basically I'm just continuing to layer the same colors, the blue, the white, the magenta, the white, the yellow, the white. So I thought if I just speed up this section, just to help the video go a little bit faster. It's been quite interesting doing this because now that I've finished this pour, this is the second time I've done one of these, and you'll see when we get further along, I think perhaps when I pulled the cup up, I should have left the pour then. I should have probably stopped then. I think that the flower looked really nice then, but I decided that I would use my napkin. Well, when I say my napkin, I decided that I would use a napkin like Fiona does in her pours. and I'm not convinced it looked as good as I wanted it to. But you know, this is how we learn, and I did want to share it with you because you can kind of see the different results as well. I'd be interested to see what you think. You know, if you want to put comments in the bottom, whether you think, you know, if you think that it looks like nice after I've used the napkin, or you think it should have stayed, you know, the way it is currently, the way it sort of looks now, before I use the napkin and change the whole look of the painting. So yeah, please let me know what you think. I would be really interested to hear your comments. And like I say, this is the second one that I've poured, so I'll be interested. I'll do one of these again. I do think that perhaps I had a bit too much paint, and I think that's also why the napkin didn't work as well. Not quite sure how to thin down those paints. Maybe I need to make the paints even thinner than what I had them. So I will definitely experiment with this again. And again, if you'd like to see me experiment with it and see with thinner paints what sort of results we get, then yeah, put a comment down below, and yeah, I'm happy to pour another one and see what they look like. I actually think it looks really quite trippy, just the way it is. But let's keep going. Waiting for that cup to push off as much paint as it can. I think it's pretty much done its thing. Ooh. So now I'm going to lift this off. Oh my goodness. The scary bit. And pull it away quickly, because I've done that before and pulled it away too slowly. Trying to get that color to move a little better into the center. And what I'm going to do, because I've got nice lines of blue there, I'm wondering if I should pull out a pattern. Let's see. And I'm just, so my lines are not as, you know, straight, I guess, as what I've watched with Fiona's flowers. Take one out from here. I can definitely see that my board is not as straight as it, you know, I think it is definitely not as level as I thought it was. I like how the flower is shaping in the middle. I wonder if I pull this out. Gosh, I like it the way it is. But I'm going to just blow it now. And then I'm going to put the napkin on. And I might wreck the whole thing. But who knows? So now I'm going to dampen my napkin a bit. Just like Fiona says you must do. Give it a little bit of a spritz with water. So I've got my water bottle here. Because like she says, then you've got more control of your napkin. I'm folded it in half. Oh, I'm nervous. Because when I've done this in the past, and I haven't done many of these, this is the part that I've often stuffed up. But let's be positive. So let's just put that on gently. And then I'll move this over to that side. This whole thing could be a complete dog's breakfast. Anyway, let's go for it. I'll pull these up to the center and lift away fast. And it's a dog's breakfast. It's not nearly as nice. I'm going to blow. Nothing, it's not finished yet. I might recover it. It is forming really pretty cells. Oh, actually, maybe I'm being a bit harsh on myself. Let's keep playing with it. And just let some of these cells start to come through. What I find is they, especially on the edges here, they play nicely with the black. And they sort of really open up. And it's really pretty, like petals. Actually, I think I've been a bit harsh. This is definitely starting to take some shape. Definitely doesn't have the beautiful lines that I see in Fiona's work. It's making it really pretty. Very pretty indeed. It's just giving it time to work its way to the surface. But now I feel like if I fix this, that might bring this whole thing together. So I've got a balloon and I want to just dab it in there. Did what I didn't want it to do. You know what I definitely have is too much paint. That's one thing I can tell straight away. So as I'm balloon smashing the center, I'm pulling off paint. I'm basically pulling off my paint, wiping it with a wipe. So I just wanted to bring you in and show you the end result. I sort of played a little bit around with that center and created a bit of a swirl effect. But I really wanted to show you the cells. Like, I just think they look so pretty and they give the petals a nice definition. I'm not unhappy with this. I think I preferred it before I put the napkin on, but you know, like I say, I'm still not unhappy. And given this is the second one I've ever done, I think it looks quite good. The surprise I was talking about is if you're interested in acrylic pouring, I do actually have a beginner's course on Udemy. It's acrylic pouring fluid art for beginners. I will include a link below. But you know, like I say, given this is the second one I've ever done, I will do another one, but I'm not unhappy. And yeah, thanks for watching.